What up guys, it's Antidote here again. I'm just going to continue my tutorial where he started with the kick drum, so we're just going to have a listen to how that sounds. Okay, so today I'm going to be adding some hats to that. So I'm just going to pull up a few copies. I usually start with about probably 3 hats. So usually something long, something short, and then the last one maybe a ride or something like that. It's on a different pitch, so I'm just going to pull up 3 EXS24s. Okay, so we're just going to record in just a closed hat to start off with. And I'll just pull that up now. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure those volumes are full as we did with the kick drum. And we'll do some editing at the end of it just to show you what I usually do with my hats. So just going to put that on 16, we'll go with 16E today, the old Sander Van Doorn swing. Okay, I'm just going to record another one. We'll just go close that again. And record that. Just drag all those volumes up again. And I'm just going to quantize that to 16E and you'll get the little feel for the quantization now. Okay, so if it was 16A, it'd sound like this. So I don't know if you can tell, that just sounds a bit boring to me, so I'll chuck it on 16E. It's got a bit of a bouncier feel to it for mine. And then the third one, as I was saying, I'll probably just chuck in a ride cymbal, something of that effect. Should have a folder there, yep. Yeah, I'm just going to loop that for the 4 bars. So it's starting to sound pretty nice for a little rhythm got going there. So I'm just going to show you a few tricks that I usually do with my hi-hats. I'm just going to start on the first one. That's just the straight one. Okay, so that sounds, generally most hi-hats are going to sound pretty thin. So what I like to do is I'll just duplicate that channel here. And I'm going to add a bit of white noise just to fatten that up a bit. So if I just get an ESP, and I'm just going to, so you can hear it's a bass module, but I'm just going to pull all the parameters down and just add the noise up. So it doesn't sound much like a hi-hat, so we're just going to change the frequency. Now we're starting to get into something that we want. And for a hi, there we go, just pull the decay down a little bit. Just sort of drop it off where you want to hear it. And I'm just going to hold Alt and drag that down. So that's what it was before. And now we've got the white noise on it. Sounding a lot fatter for me. So another little trick you can do with that, just on the white noise, I'm just going to add a sample delay. So if we just pull up delay, sample delay, and that's just going to link both of them up. Something under 1,000 usually works best. Yeah, that sounds perfect. Yep, sounds good. Okay, so another thing you can do with the hat is if you want to pan one hard left and one hard right to give you that stereo feel. So I'm just going to do that now. So just panning that all the way to the left and that all the way to the right. And then it's opened up the field to clear some room for the other two now. So the general rule of thumb with your hats is if you want to pan your hats so as if you're either looking at the drummer or you are the drummer. So you generally put your hi-hats sort of slightly panned to either the left or right and be consistent. And then your cymbals a bit further out is generally the way I try to do my hats. So I'm just going to put that probably about 20. And as a general rule of thumb, I usually, if I've got 2 or 3 hats panning left or sound effects, I'll generally pan 2 or 3 to the right. And I usually just keep the middle for the bass and the kick drum. So yeah, that's how I do my hats. Just another little tip: I got all the volumes and all the note velocities are at the same level. So that's generally not going to happen if a real drummer's playing. So one option that Logic's has got for you is you just go highlight your hats and just go to function and transform and humanize. And then here we got our velocity here, probably something around 10 to 15 is okay. And then if you just have a look at the volumes when I press operate, how they've just sort of gone to a more human feel. So you have varying velocities as you go throughout. Probably gives it just a little bit more quantization just to make it sound all that bit more real, but it's all the little detail that's going to count to help your track out in the end. So I'll just give you a final listen to that. Yeah, that's sounding real good for me. Yeah, so thanks for joining into my tutorial on the hi-hats. Next we're going to move along to some bass lines, and then further up I'm going to show you some synth tips. So you can follow me on Twitter, and you can like my Facebook page as well. So from Antidote for today, peace out.